Cheese. All right, and welcome back to That's Cheese, part of the Vendetta Sports Podcast Network. Today is Monday, June 28th, 2021, and today we have Alex Cervantes making his debut on the show. He, according to Alex Chick, is our number one lead horse in terms of the intern class. So, Alex, how are you? What's up?
I'm doing well. I mean, nothing much beyond the Euros for me and covering that a little bit and then posting on the side, obviously.
Yeah, so this is actually a double Alex show that's not involving the Chickster.
It is. Yep.
So, Cervantes, let's just start here. I think, what was it, maybe your first week here? You were involved in a survivor vote?
I think the second week, but
Your
yeah.
second week here.
Yes.
You were forced to vote in a survivor. I just want to know what went through your head at that moment.
I think the first mistake I made was when Max Murphy said in the chat or whatever that if he was going first again. And then I was like, I think I joined after Max. And so I realized that was the first mistake. I shouldn't have gone first. But I mean, there was a lot of pressure, and especially since I felt, well, as an intern, I felt like there was a lot of pressure, but it was a little comforting to know that Max was in there too. But when who I voted for was not voted off, I was worried about like getting like a DM in Slack asking why or something. I was worried. I guess that was kind of my biggest fear, but nothing like that happened.
Who wants to bet that the person that you voted for didn't watch the episode of Survivor?
Well, I don't know. He posted like a day or two after. So
you think he did watch it? I'm going to guess that he didn't.
I think he might have. But
I'm going with 5% he watched it. No chance.
Okay.
I just think
that's a little comforting. It's a little comforting.
I just think you have to be like, if you don't watch that, I'm not saying you got to watch every piece of content here, but if you don't watch that, you got to have rocks for brains or something. I mean, it doesn't get dumber than that.
Well, I know the first Survivor was within like 2 days of me being here. And like, I didn't know what to expect. And it was the same day I tried to submit my first article, and you sent me the DM like, you can't submit something when the SEO is orange, because I was so confused. And I was like, oh man, am I on the chopping block like 2 days in? I was like,
see, I don't understand why you people just think that I'm not going to like help you learn the ropes. Am I that like insensitive?
No, but in my interview, you did say that you fired like 70% of the previous intern class.
Yes,
so
I did.
My mind immediately jumped to that.
That was actually an interview that producer Alex wasn't there for. I believe were you the guy that emailed me late? Is like, sorry, I know I'm past the application deadline. Was that you?
I think it was. No, it was the night of.
Okay,
because I think
you said that in your email, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, it was the night. It was the night of the deadline, because like
I made sure to make a mental note of that. I was like, this kid's paying attention.
It was the night of the deadline, and then because I think the first time like I tried to submit it to something else and like it just didn't go through. I didn't understand. So I'd like studying, and then I went back to it.
You actually applied the correct way too.
Okay.
Because most people, they just like apply on the Chegg internships, but there's actually a note in there that says, send your application to the Vendetta Sports internship Gmail.
Yeah.
And you actually did that. Most of them don't.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Producer Alex, do you have anything to add? Because
I did that. I never did that.
I know. Do you have anything to add? Because I know you wanted to talk about this because there was almost a Survivor this weekend twice. I did 9 posts Saturday and then 9 posts Sunday, and they tied both times.
You gave the benefit of the doubt. I was ready for you to get going, get rocking and rolling this weekend.
Well, I was going to make sure to do
pull the
9
trigger
each
on it
day,
again.
but they tied me both days.
So I mean, I just think it's hilarious because let's go back to last week, literally a week ago today, sitting here recording, and the same thing, the words out of your mouth were, I'm going to be taking a break from posting. I'm done from posting. And then you go on to the new show, Empires. Help me out here, Trey. Finest.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I made fun of them because they still stole the name from Jessica Alba and Gabriel Union.
What was it? LA's Finest or whatever?
Yeah.
Whatever. I heard you say that. But in that show, you said, or they said to you, Adam Krieger asked you, you said you were stopping posting for a little bit while you posting. And then you were like, I'm struggling or some bullshit. And then now we're back here and you're like, oh, I posted 9 times in back-to-back days. So much for that, I guess. That's all I have. That's all I wanted to add. So much to
the only reason why I did it was because I was so pissed off by the Friday effort. I was fuming. 7 articles out of the fucking group on Friday. Or are they smoking fucking crack? 7 posts? Come on, I could have beat them in my sleep that day. Ugh. So I made sure to grind this weekend.
Now, so you'll just do that just to kind of pick up slack then. You weren't doing that out of spite.
Oh, I was doing that out of spite.
You know, the better thing, I'm not going to say smarter, the better thing to say would might it maybe just to be like, oh, we had some not so many articles out in the past, day and a half or so. So I'm just going to put a shitload out and then we're back on track. You could have said that, but you decided to say, you know what?
I
don't give a shit about anybody else. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
You won Survivor again. That's what
I did. I did.
I know. That's what it is. There you go.
I'm not going to hunt for it anymore.
No, you don't have to hunt for it.
I was hunting for it after the Friday effort.
I got to tell you, I was checking because I think I told you I was at the lake on Saturday, so I wasn't posting.
Yeah.
And when I was getting cell service, I was checking the social media thing to see what was being posted. And at like 6, I saw that you were up at like 1, and I figured another one would be posted. And I was waiting for you to do like a movie review or something to put it like.
No, I was going to do 9 each day. We'll see if they beat me. So as an intern for Vendetta Sports Media, how has your experience been like? That's what I want to know.
It's been really good. I really appreciate, because I'm kind of a quiet guy until you really get to know me. And so giving me an opportunity to put all my thoughts, and I have a lot of them, onto a website has really just been kind of nice. So it's definitely been alleviating.
I don't know if you know this, but you've actually been an important hire.
Really?
Because we Stony Brook University, we are 0 for 6 on. Prior to Max Murphy, we were 0 for 4 on Elon.
Oh.
You go to Northwestern, which is a really smart school. I was getting to the point where if I saw Northwestern, Syracuse, something like that, I would have been automatic. No, not interviewing them. But you're a smart kid and you fit in. Yeah. I didn't think it was possible. I was like giving up hope that like the kids that are too smart will never thrive here.
Doesn't Bryce go to Syracuse?
He's a Syracuse kid too.
Yeah.
So it's actually worked out. Max Murphy, Elon. We actually got a successful Elon person.
Yep.
So it's weird how smart people have actually fit in. I didn't know if it was possible. I was given this semester a test run.
Okay.
So you're an important hire.
Appreciate the shot.
So how would you this is a question that's come up a bunch. How would you describe the culture here?
I
think it was important to get an intern on the show. We haven't done that yet, producer Alex.
No, I don't think that's happened. I mean, it's a good question though, because I mean, I don't know. Whatever you think. It's all open here.
I know I told you and Trey in our one-on-one yesterday. It's kind of like, kind of just how brash everyone is, and just calling people out. And I don't think you necessarily get that in other either journalism or media environments. I mean, it's cutthroat, but I think it's in a different way. And so this, like when you get called out on Slack, like I know, like what took me aback was when I logged onto Slack and the first message I saw was Alex Chick ripping Chris a new one. Like I was like, oh Lord. And then you told me Alex was the one that was training me. I was like, oh geez, this is gonna be tough. But I think it's good. I get the brashness and kind of competitiveness is definitely a good aspect of it. It builds a weird but beneficial community in a sense.
Did you apply anywhere else or no?
I did. I didn't hear back.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you apply to? You didn't hear back.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
I mean, I gotta go check my.
Especially in Northwestern kids, most people would want to eat that up. You would think.
Yeah, I mean, I have to.
It also just depends what's on there too. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's only a freshman though. It's not like he's gonna have the experience.
Right.
No. So that was probably a key factor in it. And I know a bunch of, at least I knew I wasn't gonna get anything at a major network, but the stuff I was applying to.
You're what, 18?
Well, yeah, 19. I just turned 19 last month. So
what the fuck did you think you were gonna get?
I figure I was applying for stuff, like entry level, like blogging, writing, just anything to kind of put some work out there. And so I applied, and like I didn't care what it was. Like I applied to there's a magazine. Like I did a bunch of magazines because I kind of like long form writing.
Magazines.
And so listen, I was trying to get anything. So
I like that attitude though. That's good.
Yeah, I feel that 100%.
I applied to it's called like Queen City Luxury or something, and it's like a
that sounds dumb as hell.
I just wanted to be able to write something, and I didn't really care if I had to write about a couch made in Italy. So that's what I was doing.
Is that what that was?
I have no idea. I knew it did. I know it did luxury furniture, luxury homes, restaurants, a bunch of stuff in Charlotte.
You would have been miserable.
Probably, but I would have had a portfolio. So this is definitely better. I'm getting a portfolio. I'm getting. So
you don't regret your decision coming here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Actually, this is what I really want to ask you, because I guarantee all of the things they teach you at Northwestern are the complete opposite of what is required here.
Yeah.
Like, how different is it?
I mean,
they want you to write an AP format.
100%. I had to buy the AP style book. So Northwestern for Medill, which is the journalism school,
you can only list the last name one time in the post.
Only once you say their full name, it's the last name after.
Nonsense.
There's some really like tricky. Gosh, there's some like tricky words we have to know. I don't know why I'm not. It's bad. I got to know them in the fall, but there's some. Like I know Medill, we have something called a Medill F, and if you have an AP style error, you fail the assignment, and so you get a 59, and then you have to resubmit the assignment. But the professors don't tell you what you got wrong, so they just give you the Medill F, and then you have to find wherever it's wrong. You have to fix it and turn it back in.
Well, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's right? Is that what you actually want to do?
Do I feel the grading style is right, or do I feel like that's what I want to do?
Do you feel like this is the format you want to write in?
I really enjoy the freedom. Like I've always, I guess.
I'm talking about your school.
What?
I'm talking about your school.
Oh, the school?
Because
I guess
this is an important topic for interns, I believe, because the schools, they train you to write that way, and they want you to get a job that requires you to do it in that way. The problem, in my opinion, is unless you are working for CBS, ABC, some kind of like big news company that doesn't even write about sports, you don't want to write in that way anyway.
No, I mean it's certainly it's a little bit stylistically different than you see like on the brief like staff reports that ESPN or CBS Sports or Fox Sports, whatever they put out whenever there's like a breaking move, like Grealish signing with Man City for 88 million a day. So it's similar in that way, so we have to know it. But I appreciate at least here that you get kind of the free, you get to add the eyes, you get to add, you don't necessarily say in my opinion, but you add the stuff that you kind of put your thoughts out there rather than keeping it to whatever, like quote, paragraph, another
Well,
quote, build
it's
off
not
that
saying you
paragraph.
can't write about news and can't, well, because like, I would prefer when people write about news, it's not necessarily biased, which
Yeah.
is fine. But this is more of a, you have to do this in this paragraph and you have to do this in this paragraph. And you can only have, it's the bullshit rules that don't make sense to me.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it just depends because I know like,
And I don't know, producer Alex, you can say this because I've been in the mix too long. I don't think people necessarily want to read the bullshit rules. I think it's easier to read a post that's a little, free flowing.
Yeah, I just remember when I was first looking through the site before I had officially started, because those interview questions that are like, oh, why here, or talk to us about this company that you applied for. Why do you want this? And I remember reading some of the articles that you had written, and again, this is all the way back in January, so all about football stuff, a lot about the Bills, and it said like Josh Allen is a fucking king or something like that. And it was like the first sentence, and I was like, whoa, that's how it is. Like, I just didn't know. And then I was like, I mean, I almost kind of like that because it's more opinion based too. So it's not like here's fact 1, fact 2, fact 3, 5-paragraph persuasive essay on why I like this. It's like how you actually feel from a fan side perspective there. So I kind of like how the
See, I don't even
flow.
necessarily think it's a fan
But
perspective.
if sometimes it can read that way, but like I like
I
it
think
that
there's
way.
a way to get your point across to where you don't sound like a robot.
yep.
But that's what I mean. You don't have to sit there and say fact 1, fact 2, fact 3, whatever. This is why how they teach you to write the persuasive essays, the 5-paragraph essays. It's good though. I like how it flows, and obviously the people that are in the positions to write obviously know what they're doing and they do a good job of it. So,
What's your school like, Cervantes? Is it hard?
Yeah. I mean,
Like, how smart are you?
oh, I don't think I'm as smart as people think I am.
Well, you got into Northwestern. Do you play a sport?
I played in high school, but I was not. I do not.
So
think I'm
you're
a good
smart.
athlete. Yeah, I'm smart. I'm not in it. Yeah, I do not. I'm 5'11" and skinny. I definitely don't play a sport at Northwestern.
So you're smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah.
So, like, tell the people what you're trying to do here. You're not a baseball guy, right? You're not in. What
I'm
are
not.
you?
Right now,
College
I'm writing a lot.
basketball.
College basketball, soccer.
What else? Is that it?
I did an NBA post today on the super team in each division. So I dabble in the NBA a little bit, but it's predominantly college basketball and soccer.
Can you help me become a soccer guy? I do want to
Yeah.
kind of get into it.
Okay.
Because we were chatting in our one-on-one, and you're like,
We were.
Yeah, I want to do a Bundesliga predictions. It's like, this
I'll do
kid's
it.
fucking serious, man.
I'll do the big 5. We can get. I'm sure I can get some other people to do it. I don't know, but yeah. So do you have a country you kind of want to start with? Do you want to start in England? Or do you want to start?
I want to start with knowing more than just FIFA the video game. That's what I want to start with.
Okay. Got a long road.
Very long road.
Very
But
long
I
road.
became a hockey guy in like 3 months.
Okay.
So I think I just kind of want to do the same thing with soccer. Like,
Okay.
help me get into it. That's your main mission.
Got it. Okay.
Do you think
Do
you
you
can do
have?
it?
I think. Do you mean like a specific team or just a sport in general?
I want to be able to go to the Slack chat, laugh at Chickster because I'm way smarter than him at soccer stuff.
Okay.
Well, these guys, Chickster and Jackson Law, are chatting it up in the soccer chat. I'm like, dude, these guys have less of a clue about soccer than they do know. Like, Chickster's calling me last night. He's like, I don't know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. And this guy's chatting about soccer. He doesn't know dick.
Oh yeah. He was saying Croatia's attack like stalls in the box, and I have never seen him
He
type
knows
something
nothing.
like that.
These guys are just chatting it up like losers. So just get me past their level. That's all I want.
Get you past their level. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it should be too hard, but
No.
right now my knowledge is I know FIFA stuff, like the video game.
Okay.
Like I know Paul Pogba, he fucks. And
Yep.
Kylian Mbappe, he's just like a human cheat code. Like, just get me past that level.
Mbappe missed the penalty.
I watched it. I
said France would disappoint. I just want to said that in the round table for the Euros.
I almost went with my Italian heritage, but I just who do they have?
Italy?
Like Insigne he's a little short thing, and he's not that good.
Yeah. They've got I can't pronounce their last names, but like Immobile's good up front.
Yeah.
Jorginho.
You know who's good? That goalie, Donnarumma.
Oh yeah, he's going to PSG.
Yeah, he's really good.
See, I know a little bit.
Just get me to the next level. That's your goal.
Do you want to know like players, or you want to know like formations too and tactical
just
stuff?
get me in the mix. You know,
in the
get
mix.
Me really
okay.
in the mix.
Okay.
Soccer guy.
Got it. Okay.
It's gonna be it'll be perfect, right? The games come on at like 9 a.m., right?
Yeah, in the fall, I watch soccer in the morning and then it's college football all day.
Yeah, get me on that schedule.
Got it. Okay.
All right. I do have 2 rants that I told producer Alex to remind me of. So I need to say these first. Number 1, you actually are very good with this, so this is perfect. What the fuck is the deal with these interns that think I don't have to write the news posts? I don't have to write the news posts. You actually claim them, which is good. I just don't understand how some of these interns are like they think they're Andrew McGinnis level good, but they're not. So why don't you just take some of these news pros, practice, and then maybe you'll be Andrew McGinnis one day? So what would your advice be to some of these interns that aren't that good at writing but think they're Picasso?
I mean, I don't. It's a really easy because I know
because you are actually complimented. Carl Heiser said you're very good, and if Carl Heiser says you're very good,
and
then
Carl
I believe him.
Heiser is a king at this shit. So
if Carl Heiser says you're good, then we have ourselves a keeper. So what would your advice be? Because even, if Carl Heiser says you're good, then maybe you are the top intern. So what would your advice be to some of these interns that think, I'm just going to write a 1,000-word article and it sucks? Get a little practice under your belt. Take some of these news posts. I'm trying to help you guys out.
Yeah, the brevity and the shortness within an article is always good because you want to like catch a reader obviously in the first intro, and then you want to.
Adam Krieger had 0 idea how to blog. 0. I told him.
He figured it out.
And now, what did you say to me, producer Alex? He's pretty good.
He said to me, this dude, like, it makes zero
because
sense
when he first joined, he was right.
He said he didn't know how to write and he wanted to be here as a producer, but there wasn't that position there for him. So he said, I'll stick around and write. And then after reading some of his articles, like, February, March, April, I was like, dude, I would have thought you came here as a writer, not
he's pretty good now
for a producing job.
He did the Rhea thing today. That was good.
And
how did Barstool stuff goes off.
How did he get better? He sat there and every single time I posted one of those news posts in there, he took it and he learned how to write, and eventually you get better at it. Some of these
also
interns,
get faster.
You get way faster.
Because I know some of those early news posts, it took me it was also my struggle with SEO, but it took
How
me
long
like
did it take you?
30, 45 to get it out.
Yuck.
And now at probably 15, 20, unless I'm struggling to find an image.
That's pretty good.
See, there's
Yeah.
no shot I could do that. That's fast.
That's
fast.
You're
The
wrong.
content's there. It's my
You
struggle
could
with
do it.
like finding
It's fast.
images sometimes.
You could do it. You just build up to it.
Yeah.
Which I just want to make. I needed to say this because some of these interns, like, they think it's acceptable to write like once a week, and they throw out this 1,000-word article, and it sucks. Get a little practice under your belt. Take some of these news posts. How long did it take you? 15 minutes?
20 probably. Yeah.
You pump out 3 of them in an hour, and then technically you're supposed to have 1 more hour for these kids that are doing it for credit. So some of these kids should be writing 6 of them.
It's also, I mean, I think it could also be just, I think it's always good. Like I don't know much about baseball, and I try when people like try to ask me about, especially when I was in school in Chicago, like they asked me about like the Cubs or the White Sox. Like I just kind of try and duck out of those conversations, because when you try and act like you know what you're talking about and you don't, like at some point it's going to come and bite you in the ass. So
that sounds like Alex Chick. Are you describing him or no?
Well, no, that was your words.
Sounds like a shitload of people that go on air here. We'll leave it at that.
So
I disagree.
I think specialization is better if you can hone in on 1 or 2 sports.
It depends who you are.
That's just my opinion. So
it depends who you are. I don't want you to specialize.
Okay.
It would be a mistake if you only wrote college basketball or only wrote soccer.
Either, so I like doing both. So
there we go.
Yes.
I do have a different rant, but this one doesn't necessarily involve you.
Okay.
But I can ask you the question afterwards.
All right.
Fuck truck drivers. They're the single worst human beings on the fucking planet. I absolutely hate them. I have a decent little drive to the gym every day because it's so that me and producer Alex can go to the same gym. It takes me about, if I'm going a little fast, I can get there in like 38 minutes, which isn't terrible. It's still a decent drive, but isn't terrible. Anyway, when I'm trying to get off the highway, there's 2 lanes that go to Philadelphia and 1 lane to exit. So, of course, on the one day I wanted to go to the gym, there was an accident in the left lane because I always need to exit. I just need to get off. I'm not trying to go to Philly. I just need to exit. So what do the fucking truck drivers do? They block off the fucking exit lane. So I'm sitting there for 20 minutes trying to get off this fucking highway. Meanwhile, the guys trying to go to Philadelphia, they're rude, ignorant fucks, and they're just blocking off the exit lane. And it takes me an extra 30 minutes to get a half mile off this exit. And not only that, then there's people trying to get to the shoulder lane. So, because we're trying to exit. We don't need, like, the ignorant fucks are in our lane because they don't want to wait an extra, however long to go to Philadelphia. No, let's block off the exit lane. What do the truck drivers do? They literally turn their things like this so that we can't get to the shoulder and off the road. We ain't trying to pass you, motherfuckers. We're not. We're trying to exit the highway. I fucking hate truck drivers. I hate them. I hate them.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What percentage of the people, when they're blocking off the shoulder, are actually trying to pass them? I would say
probably a good number, but
okay.
Probably a good number. But I don't know. I'm trying to get off the fucking highway.
I'm not denying that.
I'm not trying to be there.
I think they're playing the odds. They're like, well, if 70% of these guys are trying to pass me, I'm just gonna block off the shoulder because I don't want to deal with it. Because they already are gonna have to wait. So everyone gets to suffer.
I was really mad. Like really mad. Yeah. They're literally like parking it like this. Buddy, yeah. I ain't trying to be here. You're causing more traffic because I'm trying to leave. Unbelievable.
I like the peach today.
The shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, I think I'm going to pack this one for Vegas.
It's a nice shirt.
Once I get, I'm like, I don't know. I think I could get like 60% more tan yet. It's going to look really good when I'm tan.
It's a nice shirt. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
But my question to you, Cervantes, is if you were the president of the United States, you had to pass one rule. What's your rule? Because my rule would be truck driver found in left lane, automatic 5-year jail sentence. I fucking hate truck drivers. They're the worst. They are the worst.
I've actually thought about this. I'm sure something will hit me after, but so like realistically, I'm 19, so I'm running for president like 2036, 2040, whatever, 2040. So if like global estimates are right, Florida should be underwater by then.
Is that a thing?
Well, I don't know. That may not be realistic, but I need to do more research on that.
Time out. You're telling me Florida's supposed to go under?
At some point, some of Florida.
Why is this happening?
Global warming.
So the water goes up?
Again.
Oh, because the ice melts. I got you.
Yeah.
I see what you're a thinker. Yeah. You're a thinker, huh?
Okay.
You really are a thinker.
This is my opinion.
Okay.
I think first of all, I'm setting, this is a multi-stage process, but I'm setting like term limits for both the House, like severe term limits for the House and the Senate. I'm cutting it to 13 members each. So there's always a majority in each house.
Okay.
But I'm making myself like Palpatine Supreme Chancellor, but I'm never going to be the president. So we're continuing the 3 branches of power. The president
I like this kid.
Will switch parties every 4 years. So it's Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. So people can just deal with it for 4 years and then they get their pick of the litter. And then every politician, so like that.
But what's your actual law you want to pass?
I just want to make it a 13-person House and Senate. Like 2/3. I mean, I guess that's the law.
What did Florida have to do with this?
Oh, I was gonna annex California. I was gonna figure out how to drill out California because those are the 2 most polarizing states. So one's underwater.
They make a lot of money for the economy, though.
We'll figure it out. If Nevada can figure it out. West Coast. Nevada's the new West Coast.
Well, what are you gonna do with the Lakers and the Dodgers?
Nevada. That's all I gotta say. Nevada.
All right, I don't like your rule anymore.
Okay, well, clearly there's more I have to think about, but in theory, I was saying all the politicians I don't like on both sides to California. We're just gonna cut it out.
What, you don't like weed?
What? I'm indifferent to weed.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
Yeah,
I don't have to answer that.
I got to think more about that now. You can come back to me in a month or two. I'll have a better answer.
Producer Alex, what's the one law you would want in place?
I can go to any sports game anytime, ever I want.
That's phenomenal.
Okay.
It's the best I got.
Okay. I like that. Cervantes, you're not a hockey guy, right?
I'm not. Just in the South.
You're not a baseball guy either.
I like going to baseball games. I just never, it's never just been something. Like, it's always been basketball, soccer, and then football. So
are you going to stay here long term?
I'd love to. So.
And you're only, what, 18, 19?
19. So.
Perfect.
Awesome.
You're going to be in school for 3 more years. I don't got to worry about you for a while. This is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this doesn't necessarily involve Cervantes, but I really wanted to ask you this, producer Alex. Are you concerned about Garrett Cole? It's clear he's a cheater. Are you worried?
I'm worried about the team. I'll start there. I mean, this is just.
I really wanted to talk about this because now the Red Sox are 6-0 against the Yankees.
Yeah, it's not good, man. I'm worried. I don't want to say I'm worried in terms of they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm just worried because I can't figure it out. I mean, they really just have they love to just get in this little slump where I guess it's a rut, I can say, because they'll win for a little bit and then they'll lose 4 straight. And then they'll get a couple games back up and then get swept in Boston. And right when they were just at the cusp of getting 3 games back, 2 games back, 1 game's back, get swept, and now it's back to 6. So, or it's back to 5.5 or something. It's troubling. And then I saw a American League MVP race earlier today. I think ESPN Plus had it, and it was Garrett Cole at number 3 in the American League. And I was like, what? I'm a Yankees fan, and I'm not fucking saying that. What?
By the way, if that award doesn't go to Vlad Jr., it's a disgrace.
And then they
if they make the playoffs, they have to make the playoffs.
And then the National League, they had DeGrom at 1 and Wheeler at 2, which I do like both of them. I think Tatis was 3 or 4. So, or that's
fair enough.
Yeah, but
I'm worried to get your thoughts on that quick.
No, I knew it was gonna come up because they go to Boston, and then
I wish Cervantes was a baseball guy though.
No, it's frustrating for me, man. I wonder what Anthony Fontanello thinks.
He wants them to blow the team up.
Yeah, well, they can't figure it out. I mean, it's crazy because they have weapons that can do the jobs. I mean, Kluber needs to get his ass back on the mound. Severino needs to get his ass back on the mound. Montgomery's not the guy. They just need to figure it the fuck out. I don't know.
Cervantes, if you had to pick a third sport, what is it then?
It's probably either like off my knowledge alone, or like ideally like a sport I would.
Either.
Off my knowledge alone, it's either football or golf. But I went to a Cubs game when I was in school, and I forgot like how much I really enjoy baseball. So
baseball is so awesome. It's just Manfred's
and I love stats, so it's probably something I should.
You would be a stats guy.
I figure it's probably something I should figure out.
Isn't Carl a numbers guy too?
Yeah, he is. Do we think Cervantes can be like a mini Carl?
I'm with it. I like Carl a lot, man.
So do I. That would be
great. I haven't talked to that dude in a while. I should check in on him.
Yeah. Cervantes, do you have any other company stuff that you want to bring up? I do have like a little 5-minute rant on Vegas, but unless you have anything else, you can just fire away. Something that's happened, something you're looking forward to, anything.
I'm looking forward to college basketball season because I know when we were doing after Survivor was over the last time, we were like Carl and I were kind of talking about.
That doesn't count.
Okay, so then
nobody wants to hear about how Northwestern's the 24th ranked team and they're bringing back some Joe Schmo who's a 5th-year senior and is going to light it up. Who cares?
Bold of you to assume Northwestern's going to be ranked next year.
I don't know anything. I just made that up.
Probably won't. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the fall. Like everyone's kind of been hyping.
There we go. That's a good topic. That's a good topic to wrap it up.
Looking forward to it. I don't know what necessarily it'll look like, but
it's just numbers. And that's funny that you said fall because that's, some of the messages that Trey had talked about in the general, either earlier this weekend or just before it or something like that. So fall has to be big. Emphasis.
I'm going to be possessed. Minus the 2 weeks I'm on vacation / company trip /
content weeks.
Yes. Minus that, I'm going to be possessed.
Okay.
Yeah. Two quick things and I can wrap this up. Number one, very proud of producer Alex for streaming today. That was awesome. Little PGA action, team player action. I like that.
Yeah, man.
How'd you enjoy that?
It was awesome. I mean, one of the things that I said on there while I was doing it is, and I think I watched a clip after, I think I got to figure out, I think my voice was a little bit behind, or my voice was a little bit, I think my voice was a little bit behind the.
I liked Krieger clipping that one highlight. That was good.
Yeah, that was cool. I was doing a monkey knife fight. If you guys want to play monkey knife fight, head over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use code Vendetta. They'll match your deposit up to $100.
We'll put it in the description too. They can find it.
So, if you deposit $100, they'll match it 100%. You'll have $200 in credit to play with. I was basically saying that on the stream, and then I made like a long birdie putt to get back on track. So it was just really cool. And then Adam's commenting in there, and he's like, when the ad reads come out, the birdies start coming. But it was fun. I said in there that I've always just wanted to go live. Always wanted to just interact with the chat. I like talking, and if people know me, which by far a lot of people do here so already. So, I just love to talk.
That doesn't sound like you.
I just love to talk. So, and I'm not saying like talk shit or anything. I literally I just like talking. I have in case you guys are wondering, I have my mic, my volume on my mic turned all the way up so I can hear myself on how I sound. I just like listening to myself. I like talking. So to interact with the chat and what they're saying. Sure, it's not like there's 100,000 people watching, but and obviously, but that wasn't the main reason. The main reason really was there's a lot of guys here that are streaming. Jackson Laws is busting his ass on there. So, I wanted to try to take some of the load off of him, not to come home from working his 9 to 5 to be like, oh, I gotta hop on the stream. Now I gotta run the stream this. Now I gotta run the stream that. So I really just wanted to.
I was proud of you.
Take the load off, and I had a good time doing it. So I said towards the end of the stream, I'm going to figure out the days that I can. I know I can't do Wednesdays because I do my show, but I'll totally be grinding that game out. It's going to go hand in hand with Tea Party and the golf stuff that I'm doing. So, I think it works out for everybody.
I like it. Yeah. I was proud of you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I get an attaboy from the boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's full circle.
Yeah. Because I also wanted to mention it too, because Craig's Corner is coming here. I'm meeting him in person. He's setting my streaming shit up too. So I'm going to be in the mix as well. It's going to be fun.
I would love to see what you're doing. I mean, the only reason I did PGA is like that's, when I was in school, I would play Warzone and I could just get so goddamn frustrated and I just turn on PGA and just hang out. So I'm like, why can't I just turn on PGA?
The old Tiger Woods games I was addicted to.
Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing about that game that I also said today is just like, EA just they don't have the rights, so they don't have it. But I think they're remaking it. I think Jackson was saying something in the chat. They're going to remake it and have all those players in there. But it's fun. You can grind as your player. You can play my player and just play all the tournaments and grind. So yeah. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Last thing. I just wanted to mention this quick because we are going to Vegas. I was just so disappointed by the Golden Knights. You come out, you lay the first 2 games against Colorado, which is fine. You're going to lose to Colorado, whatever. They come back, they beat Colorado 4 straight, and these little punks lose to the Montreal Canadiens, who got fucking last in the North Division. And I know Cole Caulfield, he gave him a little bit of a boost, but come on. Now, part of me is like, hey, their odds are going to be better when we go out to Vegas because as Cup champs, the odds would have sucked every game that we bet on. So that part's good.
You actually are very, very smart on that. I didn't think about that. Good call, Chief.
So the Cup odds, that would have fucked us.
That would have screwed us. You're right.
But I am disappointed. Like, so how do you fucking lose to Montreal, man?
So do you root for Montreal now, and then, or do you root for the champs to repeat?
I don't know. I'm not even the hockey guy. Trey is not even looking forward to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, you got to pick one now. The game starts in 15 minutes. There you go.
Tampa.
That's the right answer. I'm rooting for the back-to-back.
Tampa.
The last time it was the like Pittsburgh Penguins, I think.
The Cup would have been so electric with Vegas and Tampa.
You're right.
Like, this sucks.
But, the other thing about it, too, is, like, the Canadian teams are always, like, original 6. Oh, Canadians, you're so
but
good.
That doesn't get me
and
going. They're just not that good.
And now they're back. So it's like
they're last place team in the North Division.
Hey, it's a new season when that regular season ends.
They wouldn't have made the playoffs if it was normal.
No, you're right, but
nonsense.
Hey, it's just back to the whole everything happens for a reason. I bet you a lot of those guys are saying that in the locker room. Everything happens for a reason. Why the hell are we here? Crazy.
And especially too, Vegas gift wrapped Nick Suzuki in that stupid Pacioretty trade, and he come back to fucking burn him.
Pacioretty on that Canadiens team still would have been nasty.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's
But I'm the only positive is I am sort of happy about the fact that when we go, their odds will be better.
Yeah. I will be rooting for Tampa though. I have some relatives that live down there, so They bought me a Tampa
Tampa.
shirt, so I'm gonna throw it on there for game 1 tonight. I'm surprised. I
Like
should have
it.
wore it tonight.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "Oh, you're a bandwagon."
I like the pocket
No, I
tees.
just
The
want to root
pocket
for
tees
him
are
winning,
nice.
man.
The
So
pocket tees are nice.
thank you. Look at that. It's t-shirt. It's t-shirt.
It's a good day drinking shirt.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's compliment t-shirt day here at here on That's Some Cheese. So
Yeah. All right, Cervantes, you've been sitting there for a while, so I don't want to keep you too long. You have any other final comments?
Not that I can think of.
Great.
No. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for coming on, Cervantes. Where can we follow you? Do you
On
follow me?
Yeah. I followed you right when I was hired.
You're lucky.
Yes.
he plays this game with everybody.
Yeah. I saw.
Let me find you. I'm gonna find you.
Okay.
You are
See, the thing with Twitter, though, is you can't search.
you followed me a while ago. You're
Yeah.
pretty far down on the list, actually. Cervantes P. Alex. What's your middle name?
My middle name's Alexander, but I hate
What-
Philip. So Philip's my first name.
Your real name is Philip?
Yeah. 2 L's.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
So you're a fraud.
I mean, I guess, but I've been Alex. Yeah.
Your name is Philip.
Well, here's the thing. My dad did that because it's like a family name, like it's his middle name, and like it's a biblical name, and my parents were trying to do that whole thing. So, but like they gave me Alexander because I think they knew in the
They fucked
21st
up.
century their child wouldn't want to.
The only thing I like about Philip is the seafood buffet in Ocean City, Phillips. Other than that, your name kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean,
I think you made the right decision, even though it's a fraud move.
I guess, but
Okay. Make
Well,
sure to follow. Go ahead.
no, because I'm seeing on the Zoom thing it says David Jacobs. So that's my question.
Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not me.
Okay, because I was confused when I got the invite.
Yeah, no. It's I use my dad's Zoom
Oh.
account, so there's no time limit.
Smart. That's
Because then
smart.
I get a text from Empire's Finest, Adam Krieger. It took us 3 Zoom links to get through our show, and I said that is problem number 1.
Yep.
Let's not have a show that's an hour and 40 minutes. We'll leave that at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cervantes P. Alex, make sure to follow him on Twitter. All day AJ27. I'm gonna refer to him as that because his show did well this week.
Yes.
So all day AJ27.
Let's go, baby.
He's moving in the right direction. We're gonna get him an ad deal very soon.
Best one so far.
Myself, Trey Dalbert, same as the TikTok too, Trey Dalbert. Show handles That's Some Cheese minus the E for Twitter. _ That's Some Cheese for the Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and we will see you next time.